お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Welcome back to Proof the Duel Links community is completely illiterate. This time featuring the new archetype, Witchcrafter. Seriously, I'm pretty sure I haven't baited this many people ever in Duel Links. You guys must really hate reading. Either that, or you don't have eyeballs. And judging by most of my opponents today, that really doesn't sound like a stretch. So what exactly am I talking about? I'm of course talking about the new Witchcrafter boss monster, Madame Verre. This card has two effects. First, during damage calculation, when one of your spellcasters battles an opponent's monster, you may reveal as many spells with different names in your hand as you like, and if you do, that monster gains 1000 attack and defense for each. And keep in mind, this is any of your spellcaster monsters. A second effect allows you to discard one spell to negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of the turn. And this is a quick effect, so this can be done during your opponent's turn in response to anything. To summon this card is pretty damn easy. First, we have Witchcrafter, I'm not going to try and pronounce that word, who contribute herself, again a quick effect, and discard one spell to special summon a Witchcrafter from deck. She can then be banished from the grave to send a Witchcrafter card from deck to the grave, which is actually a very useful effect, as you'll find out in just a second. The other way to summon your boss is Witchcrafter, again, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, who once again has the discard special summon effect, only this time she has a different graveyard effect. You may banish her from the grave to draw a card, and then discard a Witchcrafter card. If you have none in your hand, then you'll discard your entire hand. Keep in mind, you can chain these two into each other and then summon your boss. Now the reason we don't mind discarding our spells and sending them to the grave is of course because all Witchcrafter spells come with this effect. If you control a Witchcrafter card, during your end phase you may add this card to your hand. Keep in mind though, if you do use this recycling effect of your spells, the main effect of the spell cannot be used during that turn, as it shares a once per turn with it. Collaboration allows a Witchcrafter card to attack twice during a turn, and your opponent cannot activate spell and trap cards when it attacks. Holiday resurrects a Witchcrafter from grave. An Unveiling is a quick play spell that summons one Witchcrafter from hand, and when it does, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your spellcaster type monsters for the rest of the turn. Now clearly this deck has one main weakness, and that is, it can negate monster effects, but what does it do about the other 2/3 of the game? Well, you guys probably already know about Forbidden Lance, and a lot of you already know it's one of my favourite spells in the game, as it's a card you can activate in response to any back row to simply make your cards immune to it. And we have just been given another searchable Forbidden Lance. Spellbook of Wisdom is obviously weaker than Lance, in that it can only protect you from one type at a time, either spell or trap, and since it can only target spellcaster type monsters and doesn't lower attack, there isn't many opportunities to use this on your opponent's stuff. But it does make sure your boss monster will stay relatively safe from all back row, and it's searchable via Spellbook of Secrets. Now this is only my first day 1 draft of the deck, and it's been absolutely nuts for me. I'd be pretty shocked if there isn't at least some variant of this archetype that makes it into tournament level play once people figure out the best builds, and what is the best way to play the deck, as I'm pretty sure my build is nowhere near perfect and nowhere near the best way to play it, and there's still a ton of experimenting to be done with this deck. But I'm still going head to head with just about every other deck in the game right now using this build, and coming out with a very decent win rate. Alright guys, that's it for the tournament part of the video. The rest of the video, we'll just see a bunch of gameplay showcasing the deck list in action. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, comment if you have any questions or feedback, make sure to check out my Discord, Patreon and Twitch down below, and if you happen to have $1 lying around and wish to support me, feel free to click that join button down below to support me directly, as well as gain access to a few little neat perks. Enjoy the gameplay!
Duel! Duel!
Big Brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.